Of disappointing results, manager Lou Macari decided to travel to Scotland to scout for new talent. The team he left behind him certainly got the message. First, a mark of respect for Mark Smith, the Plymouth fan who died after being attacked in Swindon streets before the previous home match. Well, now White's clever touch releases Quinn. It comes back off the post to Bobby Barnes. His first shot is blocked, but doesn't he do well now to make himself space to tuck that one home? Well pleased with that was Bobby Barnes, because that was his 6th goal in his first 6 league games after that move from Aldershot. And White's pleased with that one. His return to the side marked with a super finish. That's 2-0 after only 9 minutes. Bournemouth, 3rd Division champions last season, remember, but now well below Swindon, get one back through Mark O'Connor. Bristol Rovers fans will remember him, their former neat winger. Now, in the second half, it was Dave Bamber's strong run which led to White hitting a post and Jimmy Quinn picking up his 18th goal of the season for Swindon. But soon Bournemouth's troubles increased when Tom Heffernan found himself sent off for that tackle. He'd been booked earlier in the match, and now, despite Barnes trying to dissuade the Yorkshire referee, the fullback was off. It hadn't looked a bad enough tackle, though, for a second booking, perhaps. However, Bournemouth were nothing if not spirited, and despite being a man short now, they got a goal back. It was going to be from a corner, and David Puckett is to get it. But he gets it home, and look how he dashes into the net to get the ball out, because he believes Bournemouth can get back and get a draw. But all they were to get, in fact, was more punishment from that man, Steve White. And also they were to be another man short in just a moment, with, would you believe it, another man sent off. It's Paul Morrell there. Well, that was a hacking tackle, wasn't it, by Morrell? He'd been booked earlier too, so off he goes. And the visitors were down to only 9 men for the last 5 minutes. But Swindon, though, had always looked like winning and thoroughly deserved their victory. Well, now, that last sending off apart, I reckon some referee...
Outside the county ground 2 weeks ago. In the match programme, an appeal by both the police and the club for information. And before the game, a minute's silence was observed, although even then, some hooligans couldn't be quiet. Well, to the game itself, and it proved a real cracker with 6 goals and a handsome victory for Swindon, their first in 5 league games.
Swindon started at a ferocious pace, with Bobby Barnes finally putting them ahead after a scramble in the goalmouth. Two minutes later, it's Steve White. A splendid left-foot volley from the edge of the box. The Swindon pressure continued. Jimmy Quinn gets round the keeper, but his cross is cleared off the line by Mark Whitlock. A free kick brought Bournemouth back into the game. Mark O'Connor cracks it home. Into the second half, and Steve White hits the post. Jimmy Quinn, though, is on hand to follow up. Minutes later, Bobby Barnes is brought down in a late challenge. Tom Heffernan gets sent off. That's despite a generous appeal from his opponent to allow him to stay. From a corner, Bournemouth pulled a goal back. Dave Puckett scoring, while Swindon's defence seemed frozen. Steve White, though, restored the difference. He latched onto a through ball and got his 2nd goal of the game. But as the match drew to a close, Dave Bamber was hacked down. Paul Morrell had made no attempt to play the ball and was rightly sent off. The final score at the county ground, Swindon Town 4, AFC Bournemouth 2.
So well done, Swindon.